It's for first place in the Pac-10, maybe more importantly, an inside track to the BCS National Championship game. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you on the Toyota College Football Preview. Arizona State, number 4 in the BCS, undefeated. Oregon, 5th in the BCS with a loss, but only by a couple of inches. And for more on this game, we bring in Spencer Tillman, as we do every week from Houston. And Spence, ASU wasn't picked to finish 4th in the BCS. They were picked to finish 4th in the preseason Pac-10 poll. Oregon was 6th in the preseason in the Pac-10, yet they're both in the top 5 in the BCS. Great shot at a national championship game run if they can run the table. Which team have you been more impressed with?
Well, I've been impressed with both teams. Dennis Erickson came into a hornet's nest with a quarterback controversy on his hands at ASU. Certainly Rudy Carpenter has come out on top in that one. But again, anytime you start a new program, you're starting from scratch. I can't think, first of all, of a better coach able to do it. He's kind of college football's mercenary as Dennis Erickson, and he's done an excellent job of reclaiming past glory. They're talking about Frank Kush years ago, the success they had there. But I think that he's done a fine job. Mike Bellotti has done an outstanding job as well. This has been more of a maturation process for them, a little bit more expected. Perhaps not the surprise that Arizona State was in terms of significance. But both teams at a great spot and deserve much more right now.
Well, we'll see if Arizona State can get that much more. They're trying to be 9-0 for the first time in '96 when they had an undefeated regular season, and then that great Rose Bowl that Jake Plummer led that team against Ohio State. We all remember that. It was fantastic. This year, it's Rudy Carpenter's team, but he's nicked up, Spence. He's got a sprained thumb on his throwing hand. Says he's going to play. Most people in Arizona State saying he's going to play. But does that change the game plan at all?
I don't think it changes it at all. When he ran into Keenan Herring last week, their running back, it gave him some issues. But he talked about how throughout the course of the game, and this is not atypical, how the thumb actually got looser. But when it really starts to get sore is when you shut it down for a day or two. And that's what he's experiencing right now. He's been taking a ton of anti-inflammatories to get that 100% motion back in that throwing thumb. So he looks good right now, but they have not allowed him to have any contact whatsoever. I don't think it's going to impact him. Once the real bullets start to fly, Jason, I think he's going to be just fine.
Well, they're going to have to protect him on the field because Oregon can get to the quarterback. On the other side, though, it's the quintessential game of something's got to give. You got Oregon as offense, one of the best in the country. ASU's defense, one of the best in the country as well. And Oregon, it faced that task last week against USC. Season low 339 yards, still won. Thank you to Jonathan Stewart. Is he the key again this week?
Well, I think he is. The balance. He's put up a ton of yards over the last 3 weeks as Jonathan Stewart. And, of course, we know Dennis Dixon, their quarterback, is the guy that's their out pitch. He's done a fine job of being patient. And if, in fact, the defense is wanting to take away his running lanes between those perimeter guard and tackle gaps, then he just lets Jonathan Stewart to take the weight off his shoulders. So I think both those two guys give them the type of balance that they need to make them a very dangerous ball club. And so right now, I'm not so sure anybody can beat Oregon at Autzen Stadium right now. And it's because of the play of Stewart and, of course, their quarterback, Dennis Dixon. But the surprise of their defense also has helped them achieve this great success as well.
Well, if someone can do it, it would be Arizona State. They have won their last 2 trips to Eugene. Do they make it 3 trips in a row with a victory at Autzen Stadium?
Well, the fine job that Dennis Erickson has done has been impressive, to be sure. But I don't think anybody right now in America, that includes your number 1 team, Ohio State, could get a win at Autzen Stadium. I think they're playing that kind of football right now. So I'm going with Oregon to continue to roll.
I'll agree with you wholeheartedly on this one. Spence, we will see you Saturday on the College Football Today.
All right, Jason, we'll see you.
Folks, last week's game against USC was the first time in Autzen Stadium history that 2 AP top 10 teams met in Eugene. It'll make it 2 weeks in a row when Arizona State comes a call. And the game starts Saturday night at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. For more on this one or any other, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com and watch everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For Spencer Tillman, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.